Khaotic, what's going on, baby?
What's good, my brother? What's good?
Man, I'm in Miami, man. I appreciate the invite, bro.
Man, you already know what it is, man. Welcome to my city, man.
Definitely, man. I've been trying to get this interview for like probably 6 months. You know, we've been going back and forth.
Yeah, we've been going back and forth, man.
But it's official now.
Yes, definitely.
Straight up, so you're born and raised Miami?
Born and raised Miami, over town. That's right across the bridge, you know what I'm saying? Town Park, the Jets, you know.
Okay.
That's where I'm from.
Okay, how was it growing up, you know, in Miami?
Shit, man, it was tough. It was like growing up in any other hood, man. Same shit. I always felt like every hood the same, man. Drugs, guns, murder, fucking cross-action, crazy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? The same shit. You know, growing up, no father. Mama gotta do it all. Mama can't do it all. Drug addicts in the family, all that crazy shit, man.
Yeah. So growing up, like, was you street oriented or not?
Yeah, I definitely was in the streets growing up, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been hustling since I was 13. You know, grinding in the streets since I was 13. I stepped off the porch when I was real young, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So going to school, like, was you in school? Was you in and out of school?
In and out. I was in and out of school. Like, one thing I can say about the older niggas, because I always came up under the older niggas. So the older niggas in my hood always kind of like tried to force a nigga to go to school, but shit, the days that they need you on the block, they ain't finna tell you to go to school. They gonna give you that pack, but the days they don't need you to move that pack, they gonna kick your ass off the block and send you to school. That's how it was for me coming up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you were in and out of school.
Yeah.
You know, did your mom know you were skipping class to get money and do all that other stuff or no?
Nah, she ain't know. I used to be sneaking doing everything. I got caught one time. She pulled up on the block, she hit the corner, because she suspected it because I was getting a little money. Yeah. So she suspected it. She hit the block one time, caught me out there, you know, kicked me in my ass, sent me to school, but that shit ain't stopped, you know what I'm saying? That just made me go harder.
Cause I wasn't rapping then, right?
I was always musically inclined from like, since I was like 5 years old. I was always doing music, performing in church with my old girl, which is my mama. So I was always doing music. Like, even when I was on the block, I used to be freestyling and shit like that there for the older homies and shit like that.
Yeah. Okay, so did you graduate on time or no?
Shit, I actually graduated in the 11th grade. Cause what happened was I fucked around and I got locked up when I was 15. I got locked up first when I was 13. That was my first time going to jail for Grand Theft Auto. Then I got out and I got locked back up when I was 15. For some drug charges, and they sent me to this program like this shit called it was like a state school, like a juvenile school. And when I got in that shit, you know what I'm saying, that shit helped you get your mind right, and I caught up on my grades and caught up on everything. So when I came out of that program, I got right back in high school. I came out that program when I was like 17. I was going on 17 when I came out that program, went back to regular high school, passed the LCAT, and graduated when I was in the 11th grade because I got all my credits out that little state school shit.
Yeah. So 15, you got charged for what again?
Possession with the intent to sell 1,000 feet of a school zone, 1,000 feet of a church zone.
Wow.
Yeah.
How'd your mom react to that?
Shit, she just reacted like it was regular because by then she already knew I was in the streets doing my thing.
Yeah. What's your relationship with your pops?
I ain't got no relationship with him really.
So you never met him at all?
Yeah, I met him, but I ain't got no relationship with him. Like I ain't got nothing against him, but we ain't really like click clacking like that. That ain't my nigga. He ain't never was really there for me like shit. He wasn't there for me, my brother, nobody.
Yeah. So instead of finding love at home when you were younger, you was getting love in the streets.
Exactly. All my love came from the homies off the block. That's where all my love came from. It was more love in the street, on the block, than it was ever, you know what I'm saying, really at home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was like the niggas on the block growing up understood a nigga more than the family did at home.
Yeah. Okay, so you graduate school 11th grade, and then what?
Shit, got back in the streets. I was back to the block with it. Shit, I was still on the block when I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? So I was always hustling. You know what I'm saying? When I got out that shit, I graduated, and then it was back to the block. But then, actually, when I was in high school, I really started rapping for real with one of my big homies named Black Boy. You know what I'm saying? So we did like a little tape together, me, him, my brother, and my cousin, and that shit really did numbers in the hood. So in the hood, I was like a hood star from doing music. That's when everybody knew, like, okay, Khaotic can actually rap. You know what I'm saying? High school is when they knew I could actually rap. Because when I went back to my regular high school, every day in the spill out of shit, I'm the reason a lot of motherfuckers ain't graduate. Cause shit, I used to be at lunchtime, we had big freestyle sessions at lunchtime, so everybody would not go back to class just because I was doing a freestyle session at lunchtime.
So, okay, you graduate school, and then that's when you start rapping consistently, right?
Yeah, that's when shit got real.
What were you doing to make money though? Like
hustling. I was always selling dope. I was always hustling.
So never a 9 to 5.
Nah, 9 to 5 shit wasn't what it was. It
so
was
you
always
never like ever tried it? Like
I tried it. Shit, I tried Burger King one time when I was in high school. Actually, they fired me because I was stealing all of the money out of the register. Like I wasn't ringing up none of the food. When motherfuckers, I knew that I was good with numbers, so I knew how much everything costed. So when they come through the drive-thru, if they order 2 number 1s and a number 4, I already knew what the calculations was on that, and then I kept change in my pocket. I kept ones, so they'll come through, give me the money, and I had a nigga who was working with me in the kitchen. I just tell him to make that shit, he'll make it. I go ahead, get to them, take the cash, put it in my pocket, and just break him off.
So how much do you think you finessed out of Burger King?
I was finessing damn near like 200 every day.
So, I mean total, like what would you say you finessed?
Well, shit, by the time they caught me, I probably had done got them out of like $1,200.
Like $1,200?
Yeah,
that's a lot for a youngin'.
Yeah, like $1,200, and it was over with. They got me up out of there. They caught me and got me up out of there.
Yeah. Okay, so you graduate school, you rapping consistently, and then I seen recent interviews you talk about you getting shot.
Yeah.
What was that from? Was that haters because you was popping, or was that because
me getting shot? That was another chapter in my life where around that time, like I was already in the streets, and I really had beef in my own hood. You know what I'm saying? Cause some shit that happened with my brother, and he had done just got his time, 30 years. So, at that time, once he got him 30 years, I was really trying to be honest, feeling his shoes in the streets and wild out and do a lot of crazy shit. And at that time, once he got him 30 years, I was bitter on the inside. I felt like I ain't had shit to live for. You know what I'm saying? So I think I had a death wish at that time, more like I felt like I had a death wish, and I was just chasing it. I was robbing niggas. I was taking shit from niggas, setting niggas up. I was doing a lot of fucked up shit at that time in my life. Yeah. And you know how they say what goes around comes around. So I was setting so many niggas up, getting so many niggas fucked up, and playing around with that pistol so much to where shit, that shit came back round on me. Motherfucker set me up and played around with that pistol on me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Had you ever set up anybody you was close to and regretted it?
Yeah, I did. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I regret a lot of shit that I did at that time in my life, because it was a lot of good people. It was like a lot of good people around me. Some was good, some was bad, but I was just like so fucked up in the head that I just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't care. Like I didn't care about how this would affect somebody else, or I didn't care about how it would affect me. So I definitely couldn't care how whatever I did would affect somebody else. I just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. So when people found out that it was you that was setting them up, how did they, was it revenge?
It was revenge. They got me through a bitch. See, niggas at that time knew I always was playing with them hoes. I always had me some hoes on the line, so niggas had done set me up through a hoe, son a hoe at me. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas son a hoe at me, and then that hoe had done set me up, lured me to an undisclosed location, and then when I got there, you feel me? I peeped it was a setup. So when I peeped it was a setup, first thing, I was scrapped anyway, so first thing I did was up, and I had hit one of the niggas, dropped him, and then they dropped my ass, because it was a few of them. It was probably like 3 or 4, it was like 3 people. If I'm not mistaken, it was like 3 people, you know what I'm saying, on top of the bitch. So when I dropped the first nigga, they dropped me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And then after they hit me up, shit, they kicked me all, beat me all up. After I was shot up and all, niggas ran out of bullets on me.
Wow. So how many times was you shot?
I was shot 15 times.
On that one day, or just total? Right
then and there, at that time, inside of a living room in an abandoned apartment. At one time.
You thought you was dead?
Shit, I said I was dead. When them shots was hitting my ass, I was like, all right, I'm dead, man. Like, I was telling them that. Like, I'm dead, nigga, stop. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was dead. Cause when I woke up in the hospital, I was like, damn, I'm still alive. Like I'm alive. I thought I was gone.
Yeah.
You know.
So, what part of the body did they hit you with?
Well, it was more like lower bodies. Like they caught me 7 times in this leg, 5 times in this leg, 2 times in my back, and 1 time in the face. Well, like across the head.
Okay. Crazy.
Yeah.
And then that changed your life?
Nah.
So you kept doing.
I still was out there in the streets wilding. You know what I'm saying? I still doing my thing. After that, I still was doing my thing because I had got locked up before I got shot up. I got shot up 4 months after I got out of jail.
Yeah.
Because when I got out of jail, I had did 15, 16 months in I did 15, 16 months in the county jail for armed robbery, assault with a deadly weapon, and possession of firearm by a convicted felon. So I fucked around and beat the armed robbery and assault, and then I just took credit time served for the possession of a firearm because I was already in there 15 months. So then when I got back out, I'm fucked up. I'm on my dick again. So I had to motherfucking make some shake. And then I went wild again, all over, doing all type of crazy shit. Nigga bust my ass. You know what I'm saying? Then after I shook back, it took me like 2 months to get, it really ain't taking me up about 2 months to get back on my feet. Then I got back on my feet and got right back to it. I got right back to the streets, wilding again. So then I ended up catching another charge, shooting with the intent to kill, attempted armed robbery, possession of a firearm, and trafficking. And I thought it was over with right then and there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought I was gonna do like a life sentence, at least 25, because that's what they wanted, a mandatory 25. But, you know, God so good, the victim in the case gave the police a whole different name. So the dude name was one thing, but on the paperwork when I was going to court, it was for somebody totally different. That's like if, you know what I'm saying, Khaotic was actually the person that, the victim, but Khaotic gave the police Say Cheese TV name. And the whole case is with Say Cheese TV and not Khaotic.
Yeah.
So they ended up dropping damn near everything. And what they did was, it was another situation like the one that I had prior to that, where I rolled like 18 months in the county, and they came to me saying, okay, we're gonna drop all this if you take probation for the attempt to armed robbery. So then I took the 2 years probation for the attempt to armed robbery, and then after I took the 2 year probation for the attempt to armed robbery, and I got out, that's when I really started taking the music shit all the way serious.
All right. So how much time total did you do in jail?
From like throughout my whole life, probably about a good 6. Yeah, probably about a good 6, 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah, all together. If you counting the 6 months here, 5 months here, the 2 years in the program, those 2 bids. Yeah, probably I gave them crackers about a good 6, 7 years of my life.